We're here with Mike Massaro, reporter for NASCAR and NBC. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. I mean, your schedule's really busy. Take me through an average weekend working at the track.
Well, I mean, it is busy. Like you know, we travel usually on Thursdays for a Sunday race, get to the racetrack, check in our hotel. But Friday through Sunday, very busy, covering practices, qualifying sessions from both the Xfinity Series and the Sprint Cup Series. And then, of course, there's the races. So not a lot of time in between shows. Sometimes it's even a scramble to get your fire suit on.
So what kind of preparation goes into each show and each practice session?
Oh my goodness, tons of notes, and that starts even before we even get to the racetrack. You know, on Tuesday we'll have a conference call. Our whole team will be on the telephone. We'll talk about the storylines and things to watch out for over the course of the weekend. And then, of course, during the day on Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll probably go on the internet and do some homework on the drivers and make sure we don't miss any stories. And then when we get here, we're constantly talking to crew chiefs and drivers and making sure we know everything we can possibly know. There's probably too many stories to actually find out on a given weekend, but we do our best.
Speaking of all the stories, when it comes to race day and you're working on pit road, there are so many cars that you have to keep track of. What do you do to make sure that you're updated with every car and what changes they're making?
It's funny. We have all kinds of resources. We have what we call pit spotters, who are our assistants on pit road. They also have a scanner, so they're scanning our drivers and handing us notes so that we don't miss anything. Of course, we're scanning our own drivers and writing our own notes. I keep a scorecard, a running scorecard throughout the course of the race, so I know what each team that I'm covering did from pit stop to pit stop and what the driver is saying out over the course of the race. So you need to keep up. You need to know what has happened from the green flag to the checkered flag. So that requires a lot of attention to detail and a lot of note-taking.
That seems pretty frantic. What is the hardest part about being a pit reporter, would you say?
The heat. Fire suits in a hot environment like Daytona in July, not a lot of fun. You know, that's actually the hard part. The rest is all fun. You know, it's great. We get to work at a racetrack. We get to talk about race cars for a living. I mean, it's amazing. No complaints.
Out of all the races on your schedule for NASCAR on NBC, which would you say is your favorite?
Oh, well, I mean, there's a few. I can't boil it down to one. I mean, I love Daytona because it's our first, so that really has the adrenaline running. I love Indianapolis because it is Indianapolis, all the history there. But, of course, I like Homestead, too, because we're going to crown a champion, and it doesn't get any better than that.
All right, well, Mike Massaro, you will be reporting from Daytona to the end of the year at Homestead. Thank you for taking the time.